Hi there, welcome to the Tent News, where the truth comes to light and the stories everyone is talking about are brought straight to you. From shocking confessions and viral social media moments to real life mysteries and trending drama, this is the place where we uncover it all. Now, please watch this video first, and I will be back with the rest of my commentary.
If you are an immigrant in South Africa and you've been watching South Africans on TV telling you about 30 June and you don't believe them when they tell you that, here's what you should consider. Leading up to 30 June, this whole thing is going to get more and more serious. South Africans are going to be more and more confrontational, and the marches are going to be bigger and bigger. And I know a lot of you think that because you've got some paper in hand, you'll be protected by SEPs and you'll be protected by our politicians, and Home Affairs will verify you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you about those three institutions that you hope will protect you. In the recent past, Home Affairs has been proven to be very, very corrupt. Syndicates were running, where Home Affairs employees were selling documentation to foreigners. There were syndicates running there, and to be honest, the Home Affairs has lost its credibility at the moment. It's under reconstruction. So whatever document you might produce, South Africans probably won't believe it either way on the street. They won't. Um, if your hope is on the police, the South Africans don't trust our police anymore. A lot of the time, you being here illegally is proof that our police are not doing their job. And in recent months, you would have seen through Madlanga Commission that we've got a very, very, very corrupt police service at the moment. So they don't have credibility. Most of their top leaders are suspended, and a lot of them are already undergoing trial. So the police is not credible to South Africans anymore. They're not going to listen to the police. If your hope is politicians, our president, to make a statement, and the deputy president, well, unfortunately, those are criminals too. Our president is currently evading an impeachment and failing to subject himself to a court for a crime he committed what is it now, 6 years ago, or longer than that? I just forgot when the crime was committed. So you are looking for protection from people that South Africans don't find legitimate anymore, and you are hoping that on the day they'll come through for you. But what you don't realize is that on that day, South Africans won't be listening to any stories on the streets. They won't be under control. Watch social media. Forget what the politicians say. They are going to make some sort of statement to represent stability in South Africa. I know it's normal. It's good PR. However, for the sake of your life, see what's happening on social media and what South Africans are saying, because on that day, I promise you, what they're saying on social media is probably what's going to be happening on the ground on the 30th of June. So, really, really consider the safe option. Go home, go back home. Whether you, especially if you live in the poorer communities, if you live in a township, if you live in the rural area, if you live in the bad side of the CBD, overrun buildings that were hijacked. They are going to be coming there. They are on their way there, I can promise you. Maybe if you live in a gated estate, fancy estate, in an upmarket neighborhood, you will survive on that day. But life will also be very uncomfortable from the 1st of July, either way. So consider going home and allow us as a country to fix our systems, fix our borders, have conversations as South Africans to make our systems more robust. And then slowly you'll be able to come back the legitimate way, the right way. But when you are coming back now, you can't come back again and try and compete in our informal sector with salons and street vending and what do you call this, and spaza shops. You can't come back with that method anymore. You can see that it's not working already. If you are coming back, come back with a high skill. Come back, I don't know, as a doctor or engineer or top-end businessman, and invest the 5 million they're talking about and start your business that way. If you don't have it, then unfortunately you're not ready to be in South Africa. I'm sorry, but those are the rules. We need to uphold the rules. A lot of the problems that are happening in other African countries, you need to also understand that those are not South African problems. And the South African public cannot just willingly accept everyone. We also are running on a budget that has to prioritize local South Africans at all costs. Because a lot of you, when you're here, you're trying to use our free healthcare, you're trying to use, what do you call? You're trying to access free housing, you're trying to access government grants. All of that is a strain on our system. When you're in South Africa, you should be receiving nothing for free. No free healthcare, nothing. You should be only going to private hospitals. You should be sorting out your own accommodation. You actually shouldn't even be living in our poorer communities, if we're really honest. So as you go back, change the plan. Come back stronger. You see what didn't work in the past. Come back with a new plan. I don't know. That's just my advice. Because I know a lot of people will stay. And after the 30th of June happens, they'll say South Africans are this, South Africans are that. But they gave you a warning months in advance. 30 June. This is what's going to be happening. Don't listen to the politicians. Listen to the people that are going to be on the street. They are telling you in the comment sections. They are telling you exactly what's going to happen. They are telling you. You think our incompetent cops and our incompetent president is going to save you on that day? You want to gamble your life on it? Your choice. But the truth must be said that the safest and most reasonable decision is going back home and restarting again. Because when they are coming on that day, nothing will be able to push them back. I can promise you that. But
the South African man right here is calling out foreigners that are living in South Africa to say, hey, you really don't want to witness what will happen on the 30th of June. So his advice is that go home. Like, just go home, because what is coming is not something that anyone would want to experience or witness. Which, for me, I feel like to avoid this chaos and everything, especially, and he did mention, by the way, to say those that are in the rural areas, those that are in the townships and everything, you must know which you're not safe. If they get there, I really feel sorry. Like, I really, really feel sorry because these people do not have mercy. Like, these people, guys, do not have mercy. I'm telling you, or even if you have kids, they don't care. They do not care. You will be out there crying with your kids, and it's bad, man. It's bad. If you are in the townships or you are in the especially rural areas, hey, just find another way, man. I don't even know what to say, but just find another way. Because I feel like on the 30th of June, a lot will be happening. There will be a lot of chaos. There will be a lot of violence. And I just hope that these foreigners as well, they do not retaliate. They do not try to fight back, because if they try to fight back, which means a lot of innocent people will lose their lives, which is very bad. I just wish there was a way of just calming down everything and make sure that we do not lose anyone. Make sure that there is no blood shed on that day, because it might even get worse. It might get worse, guys. But anyway, please comment your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you think about this one?